So, start off class. Right now, I just want you to beat a steady beat on the table and then repeat what I say. So, we'll go. Ta, 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 ta. Right. So I'll say it 4 times and you repeat after me, okay? Ta, 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 ta.
Ta, 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 ta.
Ta, dee, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee.
Ta, dee, ta, dee, ta, dee, ta, dee.
Cockadee-me, 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 cockadee-me.
Cockadee-me, 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 cockadee-me.
Ta, dee, 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 dee.
Ta, dee, 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 dee.
Ta-dee-me, 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 ta-dee-me.
Ta-dee-me, 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 ta-dee-me.
Cockadee, 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 cockadee.
Cockadee, 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 cockadee.
Tommy, 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 Tommy.
Tommy, 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 Tommy.
Cockamy, 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 cockamy.
Takami, 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 takami.
Alright, good job guys. So what you guys just did is called Takadimi, and it's a type of system used for rhythmic notation and dictation. And it categorizes each of the syllables based on like where they fall on beat. So you probably heard that the ta is what falls on the beat. So if we have, like, let's say we're in 4/4, what note measure would the beat be? Like what note length?
Quarter.
Yes, quarter. So that means in 4/4, quarters are our tas. And whenever we subdivide it in half and turn it into an eighth, that's where our D comes in. So D is where the second half of a beat will fall. And then once you further subdivide it into 16ths, that's where the ta, ka, di, mi starts to come in. Is that everyone tracking so far? Okay, good. So it doesn't always have to be in like 4/4 where the quarters get the main beat. So like let's say we put it in 4/2. Now, what is the main beat division? Like what's, yeah, a half note. So in that case, a half note is our ta now. And if we wanted to subdivide that, how do we do that? What notes do we use? Yeah, how many quarters?
2.
Good. So that becomes ta, D. And if you want to further subdivide that one more time, what kind of notes do those need to be?
8 notes.
Yes, 8 notes. So that becomes our ta kadimi. Now if we wanted to do it another way, where we have it, what's our main beat?
8th note.
8th note, good. So 8th note is our ta. What is it when we subdivide it?
16th.
16th, good. Ta, D. Now what is it when we subdivide it one more time?
32nd.
32nd, good. All right, so you guys have got that pretty well under control and understand how the beats work and everything. So what I want to do next is you're going to pull out a pencil so that you can use the paper I just gave you. I am going to, I think she has.
I have some.
of the leftovers. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use these syllables that we just learned to call out a pattern, and I'll tell you what the meter is, and you guys dictate it. And the easiest way to do that, just shorthand, this for a quarter, this for an eighth, 16th, so on, like half. That's just the quickest, one of the quicker ways to do it, so that you don't get hung up on like filling in circles or anything. So I'm going to say a pattern with the syllables that we just learned about, and you guys are gonna write it down, and I'll say it to you 2 times for now. And if that's not quite enough, it's okay, we'll figure it out. And once I'm done repeating that to you, you guys are gonna tell me how to notate it on the board, okay?
Are we in 4/4 time?
We are in 3/2.
Oh.
Yeah, gonna make it a little bit interesting.
Golly.
So what's gonna be the main beat unit that you wanna look out for?
Half note.
Half note, right. So what kind of notes could we have? We could have half note, we could have quarter, and we could have,
eighths.
good, all right.
How many measures are there?
There are 2 measures. All right, so I'll give you 3 beats of nothing, and then I'll say the syllables, okay? Taka di, ta mi, ta di mi, ta di, ta, taka mi. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'll give you 3 beats. Taka di, ta mi, ta di mi, ta di, ta, taka mi. All right, does anyone want to be brave and tell me what the first beat contained? How to notate the syllables? Right, so how would we write that in 3/2?
Half note and 2 quarter notes.
No, well, not exactly. Anyone else want to give it a stab before?
2/8 and a quarter?
2/8 and a quarter, right, because the faster subdivisions came first.
Why isn't it 2/16 tied to an 8?
Because what is the main beat that we're using in this?
Oh, half note, okay.
Right, so we're not using a quarter.
Would I be counted off?
Hmm?
Would I be counted off if I wrote
You would get
2/16
partial
8?
credit if you got like the types of beats right, but it wouldn't be exactly right because it wouldn't be in the right augmentation, if that makes sense. Because like augmentation is where you make the divisions bigger.
So it's just
So yours were
easier.
just, they were the right divisions, they were just in a smaller setting, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
so mine's like, I'm thinking in 3/4,
Right.
because I'm used to that.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
thinking in 3/4 instead of 3/2.
okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
Augmentation?
Yeah, so like, that's just, this is an augmentation from that because the notes lengths are bigger, if that makes sense. It's the same type of rhythmic material, just expanded. Have a jive a little bit, does that make sense? Okay. Anyone want to take a stab at what the second beat was?
Never mind.
Yeah, so what was the syllables?
Toddy or Tommy.
Tommy, right. So how would we notate Tommy in this? It's a little bit different.
Dotted quarter.
Yeah,
Eighth note.
exactly. Good job. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that you can just put a dot beside that for shorthand. Anyone third beat?
Todd,
Yeah, Todd beat me, so how do we do that?
quarter note and 2/8.
Yeah, good job. All right, second measure, first beat.
Toddy,
Yes, and that is
2/4.
good. And then second beat?
Half note.
Yeah, perfect. Last, does anyone remember what the syllables were?
Takami.
Takami, good. So how do you think
Eighth
we would
note,
do?
quarter note, eighth note.
Yeah,
I have a question.
sure.
What syllable would we use for a whole note?
For whole note,
Just ta?
that would just be ta, and you just extend
Longer
it
ta.
through the 4 beats, if that
Okay.
makes sense. You just go
Yeah.
ta.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
So how should we write it down as you're saying it? Because I don't have enough time to draw all the beams and stuff on the 8 notes and, well, I guess in this one just 8 notes, but.
Yeah, so just like try and keep it as simple as you can with just like the sticks, and also try and think of it in terms of just like clumping certain rhythms. So if you can't remember all of it at the same time, try and just keep like maybe the first measure in your head while I'm saying it, and then so you can just keep those in your head and then come back and write it down while you're still thinking about it, and then take the second time to clump the second measure together, if that makes sense, and that might help. Okay, so now I'm going to do something similar, but I'm not using syllables this time. I'm just going to use the piano and play the rhythms. I'm just going to use one note to make it easy, and it's going to be in 4/4, and there's going to be 2 measures. And I'm gonna play this one 4 times, because I'm taking away the syllables. So, but try and think in your head while I'm playing it, try and have those syllables in your head as it's going. So like if you hear, try and just think like taka, di, ni, ta, di, just try and keep that going, okay? And I'll give you 4 beats, just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I botched the second measure, I apologize guys, so I'm gonna do that again, and just, if you wrote anything down for the second measure, you can just forget it, because that's my bad.